There are places where the world grows thin, where the veil between what we know and what we dream becomes gossamer and light, shimmering like silk in moonlight. The ancient Celts knew of these threshold places, these sacred crossings, where the mortal realm touches something far older, far gentler, far more eternal. Tonight, we stand at such a threshold, at the very edge of the otherworld, where the mists begin to gather and part, revealing glimpses of Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth, where time moves differently, where sorrow cannot follow, and where all who enter find peace beyond mortal understanding. Let us begin our journey softly, slowly, as all true journeys to enchanted lands must begin, with a single breath, a quieting of the heart, and an opening of the spirit to wonder. The evening grows late in the mortal world, and somewhere beyond the hills, beyond the western horizon, where the sun has painted the sky in shades of amber and rose gold, the first tendrils of silvery mist begin to rise. This is no ordinary mist, no simple gathering of evening fog over meadow and stream. This is the breathing of the otherworld itself, the exhalation of ancient magic, the gentle beckoning of the Tuatha De Danann, those timeless ones who dwell beyond the veil, and who, on rare and precious nights, call to mortal hearts with whispers of beauty and belonging. You can feel it now, can you not? The subtle shift in the air, the way sound seems to soften and stretch, the way even your own breathing begins to slow and deepen, matching the rhythm of something vast and peaceful that lies just beyond sight. The old stories tell us that not everyone can perceive the threshold, that only those with dreams still alive in their hearts, those who have kept some spark of wonder burning through all the years and trials of mortal life, can sense when the boundary grows permeable. Tonight, you are among those dreamers, those seekers, those quiet souls who have always known, somewhere deep within, that the world holds more magic than the waking mind can hold. And so the mist gathers around you now, cool and gentle against your skin, carrying with it the scent of apple blossoms and wild honey, of ancient oak and sacred springs, of things half remembered from dreams that fade with morning light, but leave behind a sweetness, a longing, a sense of something beautiful just out of reach. This threshold moment asks nothing of you but your presence, your willingness to let go of the concerns and burdens of the day, to set them down like heavy stones at the edge of the mist, and step forward, lighter, freer, into the gathering enchantment. The ancient legends speak of signs and portents that mark the opening of the way to Tir na Nog, subtle shifts in the natural world that signal the presence of the otherworld drawing near. Perhaps you have felt such moments before in your own life, those strange liminal times when reality seems to pause and shimmer, when the ordinary becomes suddenly luminous with possibility. An unexpected hush that falls over a forest at twilight. The way sunlight slants through leaves at a particular angle and transforms the whole world to gold. The sound of distant music on the wind that might be bells, or might be voices, or might be something for which we have no mortal name. These are the moments when the Tuatha De Danann are near, when the boundaries weaken and the call can be heard by those with ears to hear. Tonight, we are listening with more than ears. We are listening with that deeper sense, that inner knowing that awakens when we finally grow still enough, quiet enough to perceive it. And what do we hear? At first, perhaps only the sound of our own breathing, the gentle rhythm of air flowing in and out, like waves upon a distant shore. But as we sink more deeply into stillness, as our awareness expands and softens, other sounds begin to emerge from the silvery mist that surrounds us. The faint tinkling of bells, like those that might hang from the harness of a fairy horse. The whisper of wind through grass, though no wind seems to blow. The murmur of water over smooth stones, though no stream is visible in this threshold place. And beneath it all, woven through it all, a sound like singing, distant, wordless, beautiful beyond description, the voices of the otherworld welcoming you home to a place you have never been and yet have always known. The mist grows thicker now, more luminous, shot through with threads of silver and pale gold, as if moonlight and starlight have become tangible, weavable, something you could reach out and touch. The boundary between earth and sky begins to blur. The solid ground beneath you feels both firm and dreamlike, as if you stand on the shores of waking and sleeping simultaneously. held perfectly in balance between two worlds. This is the gift of the threshold, not to be entirely in one place or another, but to exist in the sacred space between, where transformation becomes possible, where the rules that govern ordinary life relax their grip, and where magic, real magic, can touch your heart. The old ones knew this. The druids and the poets, the seekers and the dreamers of ancient Ireland. They knew that wisdom and peace are found not by rushing ahead or clinging to the past, but by dwelling fully in these in-between spaces, these moments of transition and transformation. And so we stand here together, you and I, in the gathering mist, in no hurry to move forward, content to let the enchantment deepen at its own pace, trusting that the other world will reveal itself exactly when we are ready to receive it. There is a quality to this mist, this threshold fog that rises from the other world, that cannot quite be captured in words, and yet the old storytellers tried, for centuries they tried, to convey its particular magic to those who had not yet experienced it themselves. They spoke of mist that moves with intention, with awareness, that parts before you like a curtain drawn back by invisible hands, revealing step by step the path that leads into enchantment. They said the mist carries memories, not your memories, but the memories of the land itself, of all the seekers who have stood where you stand now, of all the crossings and journeys and homecomings that have unfolded in this sacred space throughout the ages. To breathe this mist is to breathe in story, to breathe in possibility, to breathe in the very essence of the other world made tangible and gentle for mortal lungs. And so you breathe, slowly, deeply, drawing the cool silver air deep into your body, feeling it spread through you like starlight, like peace, like the first touch of a blessing you did not know you needed, but have longed for all your life. With each breath, you feel lighter. With each exhalation, you release a little more of the weight you have been carrying, the tension, the worry, the endless small concerns that fill mortal days with noise and distraction. Here, in the threshold mist, those concerns have no purchase, no power. They dissolve like shadows when light touches them, and you discover that beneath them you are far more spacious, far more peaceful than you realized. You are, in this moment, becoming ready for Tir na Nog. The Tuatha De Danann do not call the weary and burdened into their realm, not because they lack compassion, but because the land of eternal youth cannot be entered while carrying the heavy things of mortal life. Those must be set down, released, surrendered here at the threshold, so that you may pass through the veil unencumbered, light as air, light as mist, light as the dreams that visit you in the deepest part of night. And so the mist continues its work, gently unwinding the tightness in your shoulders, softening the furrow in your brow, easing the clenching in your jaw and your hands and your heart. There is no effort required on your part. The magic of this place does not demand your participation, only your willingness to receive, to allow, to surrender to the kindness that flows through everything here. Time moves strangely in the threshold. You might have been standing here for moments or for hours. There is no way to tell, and no need to know. All that matters is this eternal now, this breath, this heartbeat, this perfect suspension between worlds, where healing happens without effort, and peace descends like mist, like grace, like the touch of a hand you cannot see but can absolutely feel, steadying you, welcoming you, guiding you gently forward. Listen now, for the mist is beginning to whisper. Not with words exactly, but with something older than words, something that speaks directly to the oldest parts of your mind, the parts that remember story and symbol and dream. The whispers tell of Tir na Nog itself, painting pictures in your mind's eye of that land beyond time, beyond sorrow, beyond all the limitations that bind the mortal world. They speak of meadows where the grass is eternally green and soft, where flowers of colours that have no names in human languages bloom without fading, where the air itself tastes of joy and contentment. They speak of shores where waves of liquid silver lap gently against sand made of crushed pearls and starlight, where the water sings as it moves, and every note is perfect, harmonious, part of a song that has been singing itself since before time began. They speak of skies that shift through all the most beautiful moments of twilight. Not day, not night, but that perfect balance between that suspended loveliness of endless dusk, endless dawn, where the first stars and the last rays of sun share the heavens in perpetual peace. And they speak of the people who dwell there, the Tuatha De Danann, the shining ones, the deathless ones, whose beauty is not the beauty of youth, but the beauty of timelessness, whose eyes hold the wisdom of ages and the innocence of children all at once, whose very presence brings comfort and wonder in equal measure. These are not stern gods demanding worship, but something gentler, kinder, elder kindred who have long ago transcended the petty concerns of power and control, who dwell in their eternal land for the sheer love of beauty, for the joy of music and story and feasting, for the pleasure of existence itself, unmarred by fear or ending. And sometimes, the whispers say, sometimes they call to mortals. Not often, for the calling is a sacred thing, extended only to those whose spirits are ready, whose hearts carry a particular harmony that resonates with the frequency of the otherworld. You might be a warrior poet like Oisín, weary of battle and hungry for beauty. You might be a dreamer who has always felt slightly out of step with the mortal world, as if you were born remembering a place you have never been. You might simply be someone who, on this particular night, has grown quiet enough, open enough, peaceful enough to hear the call that is always sounding, always present, for those with ears to hear. The mist knows. The mist has always known, and the mist is welcoming you, wrapping around you like a cloak woven from moonbeams and tenderness, preparing you for the moment when the veil will part completely, and you will catch your first true glimpse of Tir na Nog, shimmering in the distance like a dream becoming real, like a promise being kept, like coming home after a long, long journey, to find that home is more beautiful than you ever imagined it could be. And now, as we stand together in this threshold place, in this sacred space between the worlds, something shifts. The quality of the mist changes, becoming somehow more transparent, more luminous, as if lit from within by a source of light that is not sun or moon, but something purer, something that illuminates without casting shadows, that reveals without harshness, that shows you only beauty, because in the other world, only beauty exists. The sounds grow clearer now, the singing, the bells, the movement of water and wind, all weaving together into a music that does not simply enter your ears, but enters your entire being, harmonizing with your heartbeat, with your breathing, with the subtle rhythms of your body and mind, until you cannot tell where the music of the otherworld ends and you begin. You are becoming part of it, even here at the threshold. You are already beginning your transformation from visitor to belonging, from stranger to recognized kin. This is the final gift of the threshold, the preparation for crossing, the dissolving of the sense of separation, the growing awareness that the otherworld is not somewhere else but somewhere deeper, somewhere that has always been present within you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to be entered, waiting to embrace you with the welcome of eternal home. The mist swirls in patterns now, spiral patterns, the sacred symbols of the ancient Celts who understood that all things move in cycles, that all journeys are circular, that leaving and returning are the same motion viewed from different perspectives. And as the spirals turn, as the mist dances its slow and stately dance, you feel yourself beginning to move with it, not walking exactly, but drifting, floating, being carried gently forward by forces you do not need to understand or control, forces that are entirely benevolent, entirely safe, entirely devoted to your well-being and your peace. The Tuatha De Danann are drawing you in now, across the threshold, through the veil, into the beginning of your journey to Tir na Nog. There is no fear in this. There has never been anything to fear. There is only this, the mist and the music, the silver light and the soft calling, the sense of boundaries dissolving, and something vast and peaceful opening before you like a door you have been seeking all your life without knowing it. And now finally, blessedly, you have found it standing open, and a voice, gentle, ageless, kind beyond measure, is whispering, "Welcome, welcome, welcome home." And you step forward, you step through. You leave the mortal world behind, softly, easily, with no regret and no looking back, because ahead of you lies everything you have ever longed for, everything your deepest soul has ever needed. Ahead lies Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth, where we will wander together through timeless beauty, where we will rest in perfect peace, where we will discover what it means to live without ending in a realm built entirely of wonder. The threshold is crossed, the journey has begun, and all is well. All is unfolding exactly as it should. All is peace. And so we find ourselves standing at the edge of a green shore, where the waves meet the ancient land of Eire with their eternal song. The threshold has been crossed, and now the true journey begins. Here, where the sea foam touches the grass and the horizon shimmers with possibility, we encounter Oisín, son of Fionn mac Cumhail, the greatest warrior poet of the Fianna. He stands upon the shore in the golden light of an endless summer morning, and he is watching as something miraculous emerges from the mist that hangs like silk upon the water. From within that silver veil, a figure approaches. She rides upon a horse, as white as winter stars, as white as apple blossoms, as white as fresh cream poured from an ancient vessel. The horse moves across the water as though the waves were solid ground, each step sending ripples of light cascading outward in perfect circles. And the rider is Niam of the golden hair, princess of Tir na Nog, daughter of the king of the land of youth. Her hair flows around her like living sunlight, and her eyes hold the depth of the eternal sea. She has come from beyond the western horizon, from that place where the sun descends each evening into realms of endless wonder. She has come with an invitation. As she reaches the shore, her voice rings out like silver bells across still water, and she speaks of her homeland. She speaks of a place where sorrow cannot enter, where time moves like honey, slow and golden and sweet, where apple trees bloom eternally and music fills the air like breathing. She speaks of Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth, and she extends her hand to Oisín, asking him to leave behind all that he has known and journey with her across the western sea. And Oisín, who has sung so many songs and fought so many battles, who has lived a life full of glory and companionship, feels something stir deep within his poet's heart. He sees in her eyes a promise of beauty beyond imagining. He hears in her voice the call of his destiny, and so, without hesitation, without fear, he reaches out his hand and takes hers. The moment their fingers touch, the world seems to shimmer and shift, as though reality itself is acknowledging this choice, this commitment to wonder. Niam smiles, and it is like the sun breaking through morning clouds. She helps him onto the white horse, and he settles behind her, his arms gently around her waist. The horse turns, facing westward, facing the open sea, facing the unknown horizon where water meets sky in a line of silver light. And then, with a motion as natural as breathing, the magical horse steps forward onto the waves. The journey to Tir na Nog has begun. We ride with them now, leaving behind the green hills of Eire, leaving behind the mortal world with all its cares and endings. The shore grows smaller behind us, and the vast expanse of ocean opens before us, like an invitation written in water and light. The white horse carries us steadily across the face of the ocean, and its stride is like poetry, rhythmic and sure. Each step sends gentle ripples through the water, and somehow the surface holds firm beneath the horse's hooves, as though the sea itself has agreed to bear us up, to carry us toward our destination. The morning light spreads across the water in sheets of pale gold and silver, and the air is filled with salt and magic. Oisín can hardly believe what he is experiencing. Behind Niam, with his arms around her slender waist, he feels as though he has stepped out of his own life and into a song, into one of the ancient tales he himself used to sing around the fires of the Fianna. The water stretches endlessly in all directions, but there is no fear in this vastness, only wonder. The sky above is a pale, luminous blue, scattered with wispy clouds that drift like thoughts across the mind of the world. Seabirds wheel overhead, their cries musical and strange, as though they sing in a language older than words. And as we ride, as the white horse carries us farther and farther from the shore of the mortal world, we begin to see the first signs that we are entering a realm of enchantment. The water begins to change. It becomes clearer, more crystalline, until it seems we are riding across liquid light. Beneath the surface, we can see shapes moving, shadows of things that might be fish or might be something else entirely. Creatures of myth and magic, guardians of the deep paths, spirits of the ancient sea. Sometimes a fin breaks the surface, silvered and shining. Sometimes a face appears briefly in the depths, curious and kind, watching our passage with eyes that hold the wisdom of centuries. Niamh speaks softly to Oisín as they ride, her voice blending with the sound of the waves and the wind. She tells him of what lies ahead, painting pictures with her words. She speaks of palaces made of crystal and starlight, of feasts that last for ages, of music that can heal any wound of the heart. She tells him that in Tir na Nog there is no pain, no loss, no ending. Every moment is full and perfect, like a ripe fruit that never falls from the tree. Every day is gentle and golden. Every night is filled with soft starlight and sweeter dreams than mortals can imagine. And time moves differently there, she says. A day might be a year, or a year might be a day. It doesn't matter, because there is no rushing, no urgency, no fear of running out of moments. There is only the eternal present, the endless now, where everything exists in perfect harmony. Oisín listens, his heart expanding with each word. He has given up much to take this journey, but already he feels the rightness of his choice settling into his bones. The white horse continues its steady pace, and we drift with them, suspended between sea and sky, between the world we knew and the world we are discovering. The rhythm of the journey becomes a meditation, a gentle rocking that soothes the mind and opens the heart. Wave after wave, step after step, breath after breath. All is well. All is exactly as it should be. Time loses meaning as we journey across the enchanted sea. We cannot say if we have been riding for hours or days or something beyond measure. The sun seems to hang in the same gentle position in the sky, neither climbing nor descending, bathing everything in that perfect golden light that exists only in the most beautiful dreams. And now, as we ride, islands begin to appear. They rise from the water like visions, like memories taking form. The first island we pass is covered in flowers that bloom in colors we have never seen before, hues that exist somewhere between purple and silver, between rose and gold, shades that have no names in mortal tongues. The flowers sway in a breeze we cannot feel, and their fragrance reaches us across the water, sweet and intoxicating, smelling of honey and starlight and summer rain all at once. Niamh gestures toward the island and tells Oisín that it is called the Isle of Joy, where laughter echoes endlessly and celebration never ceases. But we do not stop. We continue onward, for Tir na Nog itself awaits, and nothing can compare to that ultimate destination. The white horse carries us past another island, this one shrouded in gentle mist. Through the veil of vapor, we can see the shapes of ancient standing stones, arranged in circles and patterns that speak of deep magic and older wisdom. Voices seem to drift from that island, singing in harmonies that weave together like threads in an eternal tapestry. Niamh names it the Isle of Singers, where the music of creation itself can be heard by those who know how to listen. And still, we ride on. The sea around us has become something more than water now. It seems to pulse with light from within, as though stars have dissolved into the depths and are glowing softly beneath the surface. The boundary between sea and sky grows less distinct, and we feel as though we are floating through a realm of pure possibility, where anything might manifest, where beauty is the only law, and wonder is the air we breathe. Oisín finds himself drifting into a state between waking and dreaming. With his cheek resting against Niamh's shoulder, he watches the endless sea roll by, watches the islands appear and disappear like thoughts, and he feels a peace he has never known settling over him like a gentle blanket. All the battles he has fought seem distant now, like stories someone else once told him. All the losses he has endured, all the grief and hardship of mortal life begin to dissolve like mist in sunlight. Here, on this journey, held safe by magic and carried by this steadfast horse, he is simply present, simply existing, simply being. And it is enough. It is more than enough. It is everything. We ride with them through this peaceful state, letting go of our own stories, our own struggles. Like Oisín, we find ourselves surrendering to the journey, trusting the path, knowing that we are being carried towards something beautiful beyond imagining. The white horse knows the way. Niamh is our guide. The sea itself is our road. And we have all the time in the world, all the time beyond the world, all the time that exists in that eternal place where past and future dissolve into an endless, perfect now. And then, as though the sea itself has been waiting for this moment, the horizon begins to change. At first, it is only a subtle shift in the quality of the light. The golden glow that has accompanied us throughout our journey begins to deepen, to take on warmer tones, like honey mixed with amber, like candlelight filtered through ancient glass. The air becomes sweeter, filled with a fragrance that is beyond description. It is the scent of apple blossoms and wild roses, of fresh rain on summer grass, of bread baking and honey melting, and every good and gentle thing the world has ever known, all blended together into a perfume that makes the heart swell with inexplicable joy. Niamh sits up a little straighter, and even the white horse seems to quicken its pace, though its steps remain smooth and steady. She turns her face toward Oisín, and her smile is radiant. "Look," she says softly, her voice like music. "Look ahead, my love. We are arriving. Behold Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth." And Oisín looks, and we look with him, and what we see takes our breath away. Rising from the sea like a vision of paradise, the shore of Tir na Nog appears. It is not like any shore in the mortal world. The beach seems to be made of sand that sparkles like crushed pearls and diamonds, white and silver and faintly luminous even in the daylight. Beyond the beach, rolling meadows of the greenest grass stretch toward gentle hills, and upon those hills stand groves of trees, unlike any that grow in earthly soil. Apple trees, Oisín realizes. Hundreds upon hundreds of apple trees, all in perpetual bloom, their branches heavy with both flowers and golden fruit at the same time, as though spring and autumn have merged into one perfect, eternal season. The blossoms are like small white stars scattered through the branches, and the apples glow with a soft inner light, as though they have captured the sun itself and hold it gently within their golden skins. Between the apple groves, buildings rise, palaces and halls constructed from materials that shimmer between crystal and pearl, between silver and starlight. Their towers reach toward the sky, but do not pierce it. Instead, they seem to blend with it, to become part of the endless blue above. Banners of silk in colors of cream and gold and gentle blue flutter from the towers, moving in a breeze that carries only peace and welcome. As the white horse's hooves finally touch the sparkling sand of that blessed shore, music drifts down from the land above. It is not like mortal music, though it contains echoes of every beautiful song ever sung. It is the sound of joy made audible, of peace given voice, of contentment woven into melody. Harps and pipes and voices blend together in harmonies that seem to come from everywhere and nowhere, that seem to be not just around us, but within us, resonating in our very bones and blood. Oisín slides down from the horse, his legs trembling slightly as they touch solid ground for the first time since leaving Ire. But the ground here feels different, softer somehow, more welcoming, as though the earth itself is alive and glad of his presence. Niamh dismounts beside him, taking his hand in hers, and together they stand at the threshold of Tir na Nog. "Welcome," she whispers, "welcome home. We have arrived." After our long journey across the enchanted sea, we stand now upon the blessed ground of Tir na Nog, and every breath we take is sweeter than the last. The air here is different from any air we have ever breathed. It is lighter, purer, filled with life and vitality that flows into us with each inhalation, renewing us, restoring us, washing away every trace of weariness and worry. Oisín looks around in wonder, his poet's eyes trying to take in everything at once. Beside him, Niamh stands patient and radiant, knowing that he needs this moment to absorb the reality of where he has come, to let the truth of it settle into his understanding. The white horse, its task complete, nuzzles Niamh's shoulder affectionately, and then wanders off toward the meadows, where other horses graze, some white like itself, others silver, others the color of cream or pale gold, all beautiful, all moving with that same fluid grace that speaks of magic and ancient breeding. From the groves and halls above, figures begin to descend toward the shore. They are the people of Tir na Nog, the Tuatha De Danann, the immortal folk who dwell in this realm of endless beauty. They move with an otherworldly grace, their garments flowing around them in shades of silver and gold, cream and soft blue, fabrics that seem to be woven from light itself. Their faces are ageless, neither young nor old, but somehow both, bearing the wisdom of centuries and the freshness of eternal spring. They come to greet Oisín with warmth and welcome, their voices gentle, their smiles genuine. There is no suspicion here, no guarding of boundaries, no fear of strangers. In Tir na Nog, all who arrive are welcomed, for only those who are meant to find this place ever do. One of the approaching figures, tall and noble, with a crown of golden leaves upon his brow, steps forward and embraces Niamh. This is her father, the king of Tir na Nog. And when he turns to Oisín, his eyes are kind and knowing. He takes Oisín's hand in his and speaks words of blessing and welcome, words that seem to resonate not just in the ears but in the very soul. "You have crossed the threshold," the king says, his voice like deep music. "You have left behind the world of ending and entered the world of forever. Here you will know no sorrow, no pain, no loss. Here every day is a gift that never fades. Here you are home, for as long as you wish to remain, which in this place means always and forever." And with those words, something settles in Oisín's chest, a sense of rightness, of completion, of having found something he didn't even know he was searching for. The people of Tir na Nog begin to lead them up from the shore, through the meadows where flowers bloom in soft profusion, past the apple groves where fruit hangs heavy and sweet, toward the crystal halls where feasting and music and joy await. But as we watch them go, as we watch Oisín and Niamh walk hand in hand into their forever, we do not follow just yet. We linger here on this sparkling shore, breathing the sweet air, listening to the gentle waves lap against the sand, feeling the peace of this eternal land sink deep into our bones. We have crossed the sea. We have arrived in Tir na Nog, and here, where time has no power and sorrow cannot enter, we can finally truly rest. All is well, all is peaceful, all is eternally, perfectly, beautifully well. From the silver shore, we rise slowly, gently, as though lifted by invisible hands woven from starlight and ancient magic. The sand releases us without resistance, and we find ourselves walking, or perhaps floating, through meadows that stretch endlessly before us, painted in the soft colors of eternal spring. The grass beneath our feet is impossibly soft, each blade a perfect emerald thread that bends and whispers as we pass. Wildflowers bloom in abundance here, scattered like jewels across the rolling landscape. White hawthorn blossoms and golden buttercups, delicate violets and crimson poppies, all growing together in harmonious profusion that would be impossible in the mortal world. But this is not the mortal world. This is Tir na Nog, where the rules of nature bend to the will of beauty and peace. The air is warm against our skin, but not hot, a perfect temperature that requires no adjustment, no thought. We simply exist within it, embraced by its gentle constancy. Above us, the sky is a phenomenon we have never witnessed before, neither fully day nor night, but something between, something other. It glows with a soft luminescence, as though lit from within by celestial lanterns hidden beyond a veil of mother-of-pearl clouds. The light here does not cast harsh shadows. Instead, everything seems to generate its own subtle radiance, glowing softly from within. As we walk through these eternal meadows, we notice that time moves differently here. Or perhaps it does not move at all. We cannot tell if we have been walking for moments or for hours. There is no urgency, no destination we must reach, no schedule to keep. We walk simply because walking feels pleasant, because the meadow unfolds before us with such beauty that each step reveals new wonders. And in this timeless wandering, we begin to feel something shifting within us, the tight knots of mortal worry slowly loosening, the accumulated weight of years gently lifting from our shoulders. Here, in this land of eternal youth, we are becoming lighter, freer, more ourselves than we have been in longer than we can remember. In the distance, rising from the meadows, like a vision crystallized from dreams themselves, we see the palaces of Tir na Nog. They are not built in the harsh, angular way of mortal castles, with their imposing walls and defensive towers. No, these structures seem to have grown organically from the land itself, as natural as trees, as inevitable as mountains. Their walls are formed from a substance that appears to be living crystal, translucent and opalescent, catching the strange light of this realm and transforming it into soft rainbows that dance across every surface. We approach slowly, drawn by curiosity but not by urgency, and as we draw nearer, we see that the palace doorways stand open, welcoming, unguarded. There is no need for guards here, no threat to defend against. In the land of eternal youth, all beings exist in harmony, and hospitality is as natural as breathing. We step through a great archway formed from intertwining silver branches that seem to be simultaneously metal and living wood, and find ourselves in a hall of breathtaking beauty. The floor beneath us is smooth as glass but warm to the touch, inlaid with intricate patterns that shift and flow like water whenever we look away, and then back again. The walls rise high above us, soaring into shadows that somehow feel comforting rather than ominous. And from these heights, gentle light descends, not from torches or lanterns, but from what appears to be captured starlight held in crystalline vessels suspended in the air. The light they cast is soft and golden, with hints of silver and blue, illuminating without glaring, revealing without exposing. Throughout the hall, we begin to notice the gentle folk of the otherworld. They move with a grace that makes mortal movement seem clumsy by comparison, their forms elegant and timeless. They turn to regard us with eyes that hold ancient wisdom but no judgment, and they smile, such warm, welcoming smiles, as though they have been expecting us, waiting for us since before we were born. Some nod in greeting, others gesture toward long tables laden with food and drink. We are home, their expressions seem to say. We are welcome, we are safe. And standing in this luminous hall, surrounded by the gentle folk of Tir na Nog, we feel the truth of this welcome settle into our very bones. The gentle folk gesture us toward the feast, and though we may not feel hunger in this timeless place, we are drawn by curiosity and by the warmth of their invitation. The tables are carved from single pieces of wood, so ancient and beautiful, they seem to hold stories within their grain, spirals and whorls that echo the great mysteries of creation itself. Upon these tables rest platters and bowls filled with such abundance that we cannot take it all in at once. There are fruits that gleam like jewels, apples of gold and silver that never brown, berries in shades of ruby and amethyst, pears that glow with inner light. There are honeyed cakes that smell of wildflowers and summer warmth, and crystal goblets filled with liquid that shifts colors from gold to rose to palest amber. But as inviting as the feast appears, we find ourselves content simply to be here, to sit among these ageless beings and feel the peace of their presence. And then, softly at first, we hear the music beginning. It comes from no visible source, or perhaps it comes from everywhere at once. The walls themselves might be singing, or the light, or the very air between us. The melody is unlike anything in the mortal world, composed of notes that seem to exist in spaces between the notes we know, harmonies that resonate not just in our ears but in our hearts, our memories, our dreams. The music of Tir na Nog does not simply entertain. It heals, it soothes, it reminds us of forgotten joys and releases ancient sorrows we did not know we carried. Some of the gentle folk begin to move to this music, their dancing as natural as leaves turning in a gentle breeze, and we watch in peaceful contentment as they weave patterns through the hall, their movements telling stories older than human memory. We could watch them forever, or for mere moments. Here, there is no difference. Time has released its grip on us, and we float free in an eternal present where nothing ages, nothing fades, nothing dies. We are held in the gentle embrace of immortality, and it feels not like a burden, but like the sweetest liberation. Our eyes grow soft and peaceful as we watch the dancers spin and sway, and the music carries us deeper into tranquility, deeper into rest. After a time, or perhaps no time at all, we feel drawn to wander once more, to explore the deeper beauties of this eternal realm. We rise from the feast, and the gentle folk smile and nod, as though they understand completely, as though every soul who comes to Tir na Nog must eventually seek the gardens that lie at the heart of all things. We pass through doorways of living silver, under archways woven from perpetual flowers, and emerge into gardens that steal our breath with their impossible perfection. Every flower that has ever bloomed in the mortal world grows here in its most beautiful form, alongside blossoms that exist nowhere else, that bloom only in the realm of eternal youth. Roses in colors that have no names unfurl their petals eternally, never fading, always at the perfect peak of their beauty. Trees bend low with fruit that glows softly in the gentle light, and the air is rich with fragrances that shift and blend. Honeysuckle and jasmine, apple blossom and wild rose, sage and lavender, and 1,000 subtle scents that weave together into a symphony of sweetness. We walk along paths of white stone that wind through the gardens like silver rivers, and everywhere we look, we see life in its most pure and perfect form. Butterflies with wings like stained glass drift from flower to flower, never hurrying, eternal as the blossoms they visit. Birds sing from branches overhead, their songs interweaving with the distant music from the palace, creating layers upon layers of beauty that surround us completely. And beneath it all, we feel the heartbeat of the land itself, slow, steady, eternal. This is a place without seasons, or rather a place where spring lasts forever, where the moment of blooming never ends, where beauty is not a fleeting thing to be grasped desperately before it fades, but a constant presence, reliable as breath. We find ourselves drawn to a particular spot, a quiet grove where ancient apple trees form a living cathedral, their branches meeting overhead to create a canopy of silver leaves and golden fruit. Beneath these trees, the grass is impossibly soft, calling to us, inviting us to rest. And so we settle down, our backs against the smooth bark, the soft grass cushioning us, and we look up through the branches at the luminous sky beyond. Here, in this sacred grove, we feel time dissolving completely. We are no longer bound by the forward march of moments. We exist in an eternal now that stretches in all directions, infinite and peaceful. And so we rest here, in the garden at the heart of Tir na Nog, and we feel something profound happening within us. With each breath, we are releasing the weight of mortal time. With each exhalation, we let go of worry and fear, of regret and sorrow, of all the heavy things we carried for so long in the world beyond. And with each inhalation, we draw in the peace of this eternal land, the lightness, the joy, the perfect contentment that comes from existing in a place where nothing ever ends badly, where every story continues forever in beauty and grace. We can feel ourselves changing, becoming lighter, younger, not in body perhaps, but in spirit. The years we accumulated in the mortal world, they no longer cling to us. They fall away like old leaves in autumn, except here there is no autumn, only endless spring. We are renewed, we are refreshed, we are becoming timeless beings ourselves, guests in the land of eternal youth, welcomed and cherished and held in perfect safety. The apple trees above us sway gently in a breeze that smells of flowers and distant oceans, and their silver leaves catch the light and scatter it in gentle patterns across our closed eyelids. We can hear the music still, distant but constant, like the heartbeat of the world. We can hear the soft singing of birds, the whisper of flowers blooming, the quiet breathing of the land itself. And beneath all of this, we feel the profound peace that comes from knowing we are exactly where we are meant to be, that we have found the place our souls were seeking all along. Here in Tir na Nog, age has no power, death cannot enter, sorrow finds no foothold. There is only beauty, only peace, only the gentle eternal present that holds us in its loving embrace. We sink deeper into this feeling, letting it permeate every part of our being. We are safe, we are home, we are eternal. And here, beneath the silver apple trees, in the gardens at the heart of the otherworld, we can rest completely, peacefully, perfectly. All is well, all is timeless, all is beautiful beyond measure. And we are forever held in the gentle hands of eternal youth, forever welcome, forever at peace, forever home. And now, deeper still into the dreaming land we drift, deeper into the soft, eternal mysteries of Tir na Nog. Here, where time has no meaning and rest is infinite, we come upon the sacred wells of wisdom, hidden in groves where the oldest magic sleeps. These wells are pools of perfect stillness, their waters so clear, so pure, that they reflect not only the twilight sky above, but the very essence of dreams themselves. Ancient stones circle each well, worn smooth by countless ages, covered in spirals and patterns that seem to breathe with gentle life. The Tuatha De Danann speak of these wells in hushed, reverent tones. For here, they say, the deepest knowledge rests, not knowledge of facts or figures, but the wisdom of simply being, the understanding that comes through stillness, through patience, through the quiet opening of the heart. As we approach one such well, we feel its presence before we see it. A sense of profound peace radiating outward like ripples on water that never cease. The air around the well is cooler, sweeter, filled with a silvery light that seems to emanate from the water itself. We kneel at the edge, gazing down into depths that have no bottom, into clarity that holds all the dreams that were ever dreamed, all the memories that matter, all the gentle truths that need no words. The water does not move, yet it lives. It breathes. It knows. And as we look into its mirror-calm surface, we see not our own reflection, but something deeper. A sense of peace, of belonging, of coming home to a place we have always known but had forgotten. The well whispers to us, though it makes no sound. It speaks in the language of deep rest, of surrendering thought, of letting go into the embrace of pure being. Here, beside the sacred well, beneath the ancient oaks whose roots drink from these waters of wisdom, we can rest even more deeply than before. We can release all questions, all seeking, all wondering. We can simply be, simply breathe, simply exist in this moment that has no end and no beginning. The well offers us this gift freely, the gift of profound, untroubled rest. And we accept, we receive, we allow ourselves to sink into that deep stillness, that bottomless peace. All is well, all is quiet, all is infinitely perfectly calm. From the sacred well we wander onward, though there is no hurry, no urgency, only the gentle drawing forward that happens in dreams. We find ourselves walking among the ancient trees of the otherworld, trees that have stood since before time began, trees that whisper with voices older than memory. These are not ordinary trees, though they appear familiar. Oaks with massive trunks wrapped in silver-green moss, willows whose long branches sweep the ground like curtains of living silk, hawthorns covered in white blossoms that never fade, and the sacred rowans with their clusters of bright berries glowing like small moons in the eternal twilight. Each tree is a keeper of stories, a guardian of dreams. The wind moves through their branches, and the sound it makes is not quite like wind in the mortal world. It is softer, more musical, as though each leaf were tuned to a perfect note, and together they create a symphony of whispers that speaks directly to the sleeping mind. We cannot understand the words, yet we understand the meaning. We are welcome here. We are safe here. We are held in the loving awareness of these ancient beings who have witnessed the turning of ages and remain forever at peace. We place our hand against the bark of a great oak, and we feel its life humming beneath our palm. Slow, steady, eternal. The tree shares its calm with us, breathing its patience into our weary souls. Time moves differently for trees. For them, 100 years is but a moment, and all the rushing concerns of mortal life are like the flight of mayflies, brief, flickering, soon forgotten. The tree invites us to rest in its time, to slow our heartbeat, to match the slow rise and fall of sap through ancient wood, to let our thoughts grow as spacious and unhurried as the spreading of branches toward the sky. We lean against the trunk, and it supports us completely, asking nothing, offering everything. Above us, the branches interlace with other trees, creating a canopy that filters the gentle starlight into patterns of silver and shadow that dance softly, slowly, endlessly. The whispering continues, all around us, a conversation among trees that has been happening since the beginning of things, and will continue long after we have drifted into the deepest sleep. We are surrounded by wisdom, by patience, by the profound peace of the rooted and growing things that know their place and purpose. Here, among the ancient trees, we can let ourselves be held as they are held, by the earth, by the light, by the turning of the eternal seasons that bring no decay, only endless renewal. We breathe with the trees, in and out, in and out. Each breath longer, slower, easier than the last. The whispers fade into the background of our awareness, becoming not words or even sounds, but simply a texture of comfort, a blanket of gentle noise that soothes all thought into silence. Here we need do nothing. Here we can simply rest, held by roots that reach deep into the heart of the otherworld, sheltered by branches that touch the stars. Leaving the grove of ancient trees, we follow a path that may or may not have been there a moment ago. Paths in Tir na Nog appear and disappear, according to need, according to dream, according to the quiet wishes of the heart. This path leads us gently downward, through a meadow of soft grasses that brush against us like silk, toward the sound of flowing water. And soon we come upon the silver streams that wind through the land of eternal youth. Streams that flow with memories and dreams, with all the gentle thoughts that mortals have ever released into sleep. These waters are like liquid moonlight, shimmering with an inner radiance that needs no sun, no fire. They flow over smooth pebbles of white and rose and pale blue, stones that have been polished by the passage of centuries into perfect ovals and rounds. The sound of the water is the most soothing sound we have ever heard. A soft rushing, a gentle babbling, a voice that speaks of peace and continuity, and the eternal flowing onward of all things. We kneel beside the stream, trailing our fingers in its coolness, and the water feels like silk, like air, like nothing and everything at once. Where it touches our skin, it seems to dissolve all tension, all worry, all the accumulated heaviness of living. We cup our hands and lift the water to our lips, and it tastes of starlight, of apple blossoms, of the sweetest dreams we have ever dreamed. As we drink, we feel ourselves growing lighter, softer, more transparent, as though we are becoming like the water itself, flowing, yielding, taking the shape of whatever holds us. The stream sings to us, and its song has no words but infinite meaning. It sings of all the memories that have been released into its current, all the beautiful moments that mortals have let go, all the dreams that have been dreamed, and then dissolved back into the great ocean of possibility. We see these memories floating past us like silver fish, like falling leaves, like petals on the current. Someone's memory of a childhood summer, another's dream of flying, a moment of love, a flash of joy, all flowing together, blending, becoming part of the eternal stream. And we understand that our own memories, our own dreams, are also here, also flowing in these silver waters, also part of the great current that never stops, never stagnates, always moves forward into peace. We need not hold on to anything. We can release it all into the stream, and it will carry everything away, gently, kindly, until all that remains is this moment, this breath, this perfect peace. The water flows on, and we flow with it, letting go, letting go, letting go. Each thought that arises, we release into the current. Each worry, each question, each small disturbance of the mind, we let them go, and the stream carries them away, and we become lighter, emptier, more at peace. The sound of the flowing water becomes all we hear, all we know. It fills our awareness completely, washing through us, cleansing us, leaving only clarity and calm. Here beside the silver stream, we can rest in the flow. We can surrender to the current of eternal peace. We can allow ourselves to be carried into the deepest, softest, most complete rest we have ever known. The water flows on and on and on, forever. We continue now along the bank of the silver stream, though whether we are walking or floating or simply being carried by dream, we cannot say and need not know. The stream leads us deeper into the heart of the otherworld, to places where the mysteries grow softer, gentler, more tender. We come to a place where three streams meet, forming a still pool at their joining, a place the ancient ones call the mirror of dreams. Here, the waters are so still, so perfectly calm, that they reflect everything with absolute clarity. The stars above, the silver branches of nearby trees, the gentle luminescence of the eternal sky. But more than reflections of what is, these waters show what might be, what has been, what dwells in the deep chambers of the sleeping heart. We gaze into the pool and we see peace. We see ourselves resting, deeply, completely, without disturbance. We see all the versions of ourselves that have ever sought rest, ever yearned for peace, ever longed for a place of safety and belonging, and all those versions are here now, gathered in this one moment, united in this one breath, whole and complete and perfectly at ease. The pool shows us that we have always been seeking this place, this moment, this feeling, and now we have found it. Now we can rest. The waters ripple gently, though there is no wind, as if breathing, and the images shift and flow, showing us meadows of eternal spring, gardens where nothing ever fades, halls of gentle light where music plays that never ends. We see the faces of the Tuatha De Danann, the beautiful folk of the otherworld, smiling at us with infinite kindness, welcoming us, inviting us to stay, to rest, to let go of all that we carried from the other world, the world of time and change. And we see ourselves accepting, releasing, surrendering into this peace that has no conditions, no demands, no expectations. The mirror of dreams shows us our own deep need for rest, and it shows us that need fulfilled, satisfied, completed. Here in this reflection, we are already sleeping, already at peace, already home. And as we gaze into the still waters, we feel the distinction between waking and sleeping, between watching and being, begin to blur and fade. Are we looking at the pool, or are we in the pool? Are we seeing the dream, or are we the dream? It no longer matters. All boundaries dissolve. All separation falls away. We are the water, the reflection, the one who watches, and the peace that holds all things. We are Tir na Nog itself, eternal and undisturbed. The pool reflects us, reflecting it, an endless recursion of peace within peace within peace, deeper and deeper, softer and softer, until there is nothing left but rest, nothing but the gentle breathing of the land itself, nothing but the infinite, tender embrace of sleep. And we settle into that embrace now, completely, holding nothing back, keeping nothing separate. We are here, we are home, we are at peace. The mirror of dreams holds us in its perfect stillness, and we become that stillness, that silence, that infinite calm. All is well, all is complete, all is exactly as it should be. And now we have arrived at the very heart of the mystery, the deepest place in the land of eternal youth, where all seeking ends and only being remains. Here, there are no more paths to follow, no more sights to see, no more wonders to discover. Here there is only the gentle breathing of the eternal land, the slow pulse of infinite peace, the soft presence of complete and utter rest. We find ourselves in a place that is no place, a space that is all spaces, a moment that contains all moments. Perhaps we are lying in a meadow of the softest grass, beneath a sky of endless stars. Perhaps we are floating in gentle water that holds us perfectly. Perhaps we are resting in the palm of some great kindness that has always existed and always will. It does not matter. All of these are true. All of these are here. We are held, completely, by the otherworld itself. By Tir na Nog in all its eternal beauty, all its timeless peace. And here, in this deepest place, we hear the sound that underlies all other sounds. The breath of the land itself, slow and steady and infinite, in and out, in and out. The whole of Tir na Nog breathes with us, breathes through us, breathes as us. We are not separate from this place. We never were. We have always been part of this eternal dreaming, this gentle existence beyond time. And now we remember. Now we rest in that remembering. The mysteries we have seen, the sacred wells, the ancient trees, the silver streams, the mirror of dreams, they are all still here, all present, all around us and within us. They are not places we visited, but parts of ourselves we have reclaimed, aspects of peace we have welcomed home. And now we can simply be, simply breathe, simply rest in the infinite embrace of the land of eternal youth. There is nothing more to seek, nothing more to find, nothing more to do. All tasks are complete. All journeys are finished. All seeking has brought us here to this perfect stillness, and now we can let even the seeking go. We can dissolve into peace. We can become peace itself. The breath continues, slow, steady, eternal. The land breathes, we breathe, there is no difference. In and out, in and out. Slower now, softer. Each breath a little longer, a little deeper, a little more complete. And with each exhalation, we release a little more, we soften a little more, we sink a little deeper into the infinite rest that holds us. We are safe here, we are welcome here, we are home here. In Tir na Nog, in the land of eternal youth, where time has no power and sorrow cannot enter, where all is gentle and all is peace and all is forever. We rest here now, we sleep here now, we are held here now, in the soft, eternal embrace of the otherworld, in the tender care of the ancient ones, in the infinite love of the land itself. And we need do nothing but breathe, and rest, and sleep, and dream. Forever and ever, in peace. Forever and ever, in peace. Here in this sacred place, in this land beyond all time, we dissolve into the gentle rhythm of eternity itself. The breathing of Tir na Nog surrounds us like a soft blanket woven from twilight and starlight, and we sink deeper still into its tender embrace. There is no need to move, no need to think, no need to do anything at all, but rest here in this perfect sanctuary of endless calm. The silver shores stretch out before us, eternal and unchanging, and the waves that kiss these ancient sands move with a rhythm older than memory, slower than thought, gentler than the softest whisper. Listen to them now, the waves, so soft, so constant, lapping against the silver shore, again and again and again. Each wave the same as the last, each wave bringing deeper peace, each wave carrying you further into the embrace of sleep. The water is luminous with a gentle light that never fades, a twilight glow that holds no shadow, only softness. And the sound, the endless, patient sound of water meeting shore, meeting shore, meeting shore. is all there is now. This sound has been here forever. It will be here forever, and you are held within it, cradled by its constancy, soothed by its infinite patience. The waves know no urgency. They have all the time in the world, and so do you. There is nowhere to go, nothing to become, nothing to remember or forget. There is only this moment, stretching out forever, and the gentle waves that lap and whisper and sing you deeper into rest. Each wave releases something you no longer need. Each wave carries away any last thread of tension, any final thought, any distant concern. They are taken by the silver waters and dissolved into the eternal sea, where all things are transformed into peace. And you remain here, lighter now, softer now, more deeply at rest than you have ever been. The shore beneath you, if you are lying on a shore, or perhaps you are floating just above it, or perhaps you have become part of it, this shore is softer than any bed, warmer than any hearth, more welcoming than any home. It holds you perfectly, supporting every part of you, asking nothing in return. And the waves continue, soft, endless, lapping silver shores, bringing peace, bringing sleep. Bringing you home to the eternal rest of the otherworld, where all is well and all shall be well, forever and ever and ever. The sky above the eternal land is painted in shades of twilight that never deepen into darkness and never brighten into day. It is the perfect balance, the sacred threshold, the gentle in-between where all is soft and all is calm. Deep purples blend with soft blues, and threads of rose gold light trace paths across the heavens like the memory of sunset, forever suspended in the moment of perfect beauty. The stars here are different from the stars of the mortal world. They do not flicker or fade. They breathe with a gentle, steady light, pulsing softly like distant heartbeats, like the breathing of the land itself, like the rhythm of your own deep rest. And as you gaze up at this endless twilight sky, or perhaps you simply sense it above you, even with your eyes closed, you feel yourself expanding into it, becoming part of its vastness, dissolving into its peace. There is no separation between you and the sky, no boundary between your breathing and the breathing of the stars. You are held within this twilight embrace, and it is held within you, and all is one, and all is rest. Time does not pass here, because there is no time. There is only this eternal now, this forever twilight, this suspended moment of perfect calm. The sky has looked exactly this way for countless ages, and it will continue unchanged for countless ages more. And you are part of that eternity now. You have stepped out of the rushing river of time and into the still deep pool of forever. Nothing changes here, and that is the greatest gift. Nothing is required of you. Nothing calls you away from this rest. The twilight holds you gently, patiently, eternally, and you sink deeper into its soft embrace, deeper into the knowing that here you are safe, here you are home, here you are forever held in peace. The colors shift so slowly, so subtly, that you cannot quite perceive the movement. A deepening of purple here, a warming of gold there. But the effect is a gentle washing of calm over your consciousness, wave after wave after wave of soothing color and soft light. And beneath it all, or perhaps within it all, there is a sense of infinite space and infinite stillness. The sky goes on forever. Your rest goes on forever. And in this timeless twilight, in this eternal in-between, you are more deeply relaxed than you have ever been, held in the gentle hands of the otherworld, cradled in the colors of forever, sinking deeper and deeper and deeper still, into the perfect peace of Tir na Nog. And beneath the eternal sky, the land breathes. Can you feel it? The gentle rise and fall, so slow, so subtle, like the breathing of a sleeping giant, like the tide of life itself moving through the earth. The meadows of Tir na Nog, soft and green and dappled with flowers that never fade, expand and contract with each sacred breath, and you breathe with them. Your breath and the breath of the land are one and the same. As the earth breathes in, you breathe in. As the earth breathes out, you breathe out. And with each shared breath, you sink deeper into the land, and the land rises up to meet you, to hold you, to embrace you completely. There is no separation. You are not a visitor here. You are part of the eternal weave, part of the ancient pattern, part of the breathing, living peace of the otherworld. The grass beneath you is softer than silk, warmer than summer, and it cradles you with such gentleness that you feel yourself dissolving into it, becoming it, resting so completely that you forget where you end and the earth begins. And this is right. This is how it should be. This is the deepest rest, the most complete peace. To become one with the land that holds you, to breathe as it breathes, to rest as it rests, to simply be, without effort, without thought, without anything but this gentle existence in the eternal now. The flowers that surround you release the faintest fragrance, apple blossom and honeysuckle, rose and wild thyme, scents that do not overwhelm, but simply add another layer of softness to the experience, another gentle caress for your senses, another invitation to let go completely. And you accept that invitation. You release everything, surrendering fully to the breathing land, to the eternal meadow, to the flowers that bloom forever in the soft twilight. There is a rhythm here, slow and steady and infinitely patient. The rhythm of breath, the rhythm of the land, the rhythm of your own heart, beating slower now, calmer now, in perfect harmony with the pulse of Tir na Nog. And as you rest here, breathing with the land, you feel a sense of belonging so deep, so complete, that tears might come to your eyes if you were not already so deeply relaxed, so profoundly at peace. You have come home. You have found the place where you are meant to rest. And here you can stay, forever breathing with the eternal land, forever held in its soft embrace, forever dissolving into the peace that has no end. Breathe in. The land breathes in. Breathe out. The land breathes out. And again, and again. And each breath takes you deeper, deeper into rest, deeper into peace, deeper into the sacred heart of the otherworld, where nothing can disturb you and everything supports your perfect, eternal sleep. In the deepest part of the otherworld, in the most sacred corner of Tir na Nog, there is a stillness so complete that it can barely be called stillness at all. It is more like the space between thoughts, the pause between heartbeats, the infinite quiet that exists before and after all sound. And you have arrived there now. You have drifted so deep into the eternal land, so far into the embrace of the otherworld, that you have found the center, the heart, the still point around which all the beauty and peace revolves. Here there is almost no movement at all, almost no sound, almost no sensation. There is only being, only existing, only resting. The gentle waves have faded to the faintest whisper. The breathing of the land has slowed to something barely perceptible. Even the light seems to have softened to something less than light. A gentle luminosity, a soft glow, a tender radiance that simply is, without source, without shadow, without any quality, except peace. And in this sacred stillness, you are held, you are supported, you are loved. The ancient ones, the Tuatha De Danann, the spirits of the eternal land, they surround you now, though you cannot see them. Their presence is a warmth, a gentleness, a sense of being watched over with infinite care and infinite patience. They have been here since the beginning, and they will be here until the end, and there is no beginning and no end, only the eternal now in which they hold you safe. Nothing can harm you here. Nothing can disturb your rest. You are in the deepest place, the safest place, the most peaceful place that has ever existed or will ever exist. And you can let go completely now. You can release every last shred of awareness, every final thread of consciousness, and simply dissolve into the stillness, into the peace, into the loving embrace of the eternal ones who have welcomed you home. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, nothing left to think or feel or remember. There is only this perfect stillness, this sacred quiet, this endless, boundless, infinite peace. And you rest here now. And you sleep here now, and you are held here now, and will be held here forever, in the heart of Tir na Nog, where all travelers come to rest, where all seekers find peace, where all souls are welcomed home to the eternal sleep of the blessed. Rest now. Rest. Rest in the stillness, in the quiet, in the gentle, infinite embrace of the otherworld. Rest and let go and sleep and dream of peace, only peace, forever peace, in the land beyond time, in the arms of the eternal ones, safe, held, loved forever, and ever, and ever. Peace, only peace, here in the eternal land. The softest whisper of waves, barely audible now, like a distant memory of the sea, lapping, lapping, so soft, so gentle, bringing sleep, bringing rest, bringing you deeper into the embrace of forever. The twilight sky, unchanging, eternal, holding you in colors of purple and gold, dusty blue and cream, soft and muted and infinitely calm. The breathing of the land, slower now, deeper now, And your breathing matches it. Or perhaps there is only one breath now, the breath of peace itself, moving through everything, moving through you, slow, steady, eternal. You are part of the otherworld now. You have dissolved into its beauty, merged with its peace, become one with its eternal rest. There is no separation. There is no you and it. There is only this perfect oneness, this complete peace, this sacred sleep. And the waves continue, so soft, lapping silver shores, lapping, and the sky continues, glowing gently, twilight forever, and the land continues, breathing slowly, holding you, and you continue, resting, sleeping, dreaming, at peace. Nothing changes here, nothing needs to change. This moment is eternal, this peace is forever, and you are held within it, safe and loved and completely at rest, now and always, in the gentle embrace of Tir na Nog. The waves, so soft, the sky, so gentle, the land, so peaceful, and you, so deeply asleep, so completely at rest, so perfectly, eternally at peace. Waves, lapping, sky, glowing, land, breathing, you, resting, all one, all peace, all sleep, forever and ever, in the land of eternal youth, where all is well and all shall be well, and you shall rest in peace, now and forever, in the otherworld, in the eternal, in the peace, sleep, 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 in perfect peace, held forever. In Tir na Nog, the land beyond time, where you are home, where you are safe, where you are loved, sleep, rest, peace, forever. Waves lapping, sky glowing, land breathing, you sleeping, all one, all peace, all eternal, now and forever and ever, rest in peace. Thank you for listening tonight. If this story helped you drift off, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more calming stories. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time.